This document type means nothing but like the document type determines the which type of transaction we are doing, whether it may be a GL account, you are posting a journal entry, you are posting any vendor invoice, you are posting any vendor payments, likewise customer payments, likewise whatever the what type of transaction you are going to perform, the type of transaction determines the document type. So in SAP, there is some example like I'll give how to see the document types in SAP. Yes. So just I want to sign into this and I will show you how to see the document types. /n OBA7 is the transaction code. Just press enter. Sorry, like 1 minute. You got this. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Anupam, you got wrong information. Okay, just I posted, no? So, okay, this is not for you. Just that message was texted to you, no? That's not for you. Okay, I wrongly copied and pasted it to you. Okay, Anupam. Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. No.
Okay. So okay.
Yes.
That like a message is wrongly tested to you. Okay. Anyway, like we are going to see the document types. How many document types are there in SAP means like if you see here, first of all, I want to show you SA. SA is the document type predefined by the SAP that is like you just select this line item and go to details. And you can see here the document type is SA is nothing but a GL. When you are going to post the GL document transaction you are going to do, at the time you have to tell that which type of document type is like means you have to tell SA. SA is nothing but the GL account document posting. So for that number range has been given by the SAP 01 and reverse document type is AB. So this is about the document type. Document type determines the which type of transaction you are performing in the system. It will determine. So for suppose we are having so many document types in SAP, so many means like as predefined by the SAP is more than enough and more than sufficient to use. There is no need to create the document types. So document type determines the which type of transaction you are doing. So there is no need to do this in this the activity. So we see one by one when the document we are going to post no GL at the time I will show you the document type, and after that if you are going to post any vendor invoice at the time I will show the document type. So if you see here, define tolerance group for employees. This was discussed as like day before yesterday. We are going to do the configuration into SAP. So tolerance group or tolerance limit refer to the way to make sure that employees do not exceed their limits in financial transactions. So OBA4 is the transaction code and this is the path. So we can go with the, if you want to go with path, you can go, or else you can go with the transaction code. Both your will or wish, you can go with this both. So either or. So you want to see that OBA4 is the transaction code, just /n OBA4 is the transaction code, press enter. And if you go and see here, new entries we are creating for our company. Yes. So company code is like, what is the company code? TM10, no? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Our
TM10.
company code is TM. Yes. So if you see here, the amount per document, amount per open item, account item means like here we have to give the tolerance. Like if you give 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 5 lakh, anything else amount, if you are given here for this employees who are working in this, if you assign their user IDs with particular thing in the company code, they are permitted to post amount of transaction only. If they are posting the beyond that, like above the 1 lakh, if you are given here in tolerance means the system won't allow them to post the transaction. So here we are giving the limit, like just we are doing all the things, no, like AP, GL, AP, AR, and all those things, I am giving the highest 10-digit number as 10 nines. Okay. So if you see here, this is the limit we can put it. Yes. So if you want to put limit for the 1 lakh, you can go with the 1 lakh also. But the thing is like when you are going to post the transaction, at the time it won't allows you to post the transaction more than 1 lakh. Okay. So that's the reason here that we put a limit. So if you see here cash discount per line item. Per line item means like debit and credit. So I am giving like casually 5%. So we are allowing this in the system that for TM10 company code we are allowing that 5% of cash discount. We can give the 5% up to. There is a relaxation. So revenue, if you go and see here, 10 rupees, 10 rupees. And why we are giving the 10 and 10 means the minimum amount like we can post the transaction with this rupees. So that's the thing. If you do anything else for the revenue posting, the 10 rupees and above you can post it. Or else like if you do the expenses 10 and above, we are giving the minimum amounts over there in this step. So I'm not giving the group here. If I give the group here, again, this group is assigned to the user IDs and user IDs will be particular user IDs for this particular group for the company code. They are allowed to post the transaction. So in real time, we will do it in this situation. We can't do these groups and all those things. So that's the reason what I'm going to do is like I want to post it. Did you got it? Is any doubts over here?
No, sir.
Hello? Hello? Do you have any doubts over here? Shall I move to
No,
next
sir.
one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
here
sir.
we simply assign the users. Assign the user means like who is our OB57 is the transaction code slash n OB57 is the transaction code. Just press enter. Okay. If you press enter, what will be the new entry? Just give it new. No, no, no. New entry. Just give the username like Sudhir. 04 I'm giving so many things, so many times I'm creating. No, if we give the group over there, you can put it the group here, so that for the user ID Sudhir 4 particular group is allowed to permit to post the transaction. So we are not putting any limit over there here. Why? Because we are doing all the practice things in the system. So in real time, for suppose even a particular group people want to create one user ID, for they allowed to post the transaction, certain transaction for the particular period. That's the main thing. So you just save it. That's it. So if you see here, define tolerance group for GL. Tolerance group define the limit within which the differences are accepted and automatically posted to predefined accounts. So OBA0 is the transaction code. Slash n OBA0 is the transaction code. Press enter. Go to the new entries and give your company code like TM10 is our company code. And here we have to give the tolerance group. Tolerance group GL tolerance group GL for TM10. We are giving the tolerance group for GL account. When we are going to post the GL, we give the how much amount should be tolerance group in local currency. How much amount should be posted? The minimum starting amount we have to mention over. Then system will take from here. If you won't give this, means system won't allow to post that. It will ask to give the minimum amounts. So here we are giving the 10 rupees and 10 rupees. So just save it. An entry already exists with the same key. Who has done this? Oh, okay. Already it was there. Okay, we can go and we can do some. Posting key. Posting key determines the debit side and credit side of the transaction, and it is control the field which appear at the time of the transaction posting. When we are going to post a certain transaction for this particular transaction, like maybe a GL, AP, AR at that time, what you will give? You will give the document date when you are going to post the document, and you will give the posting date when you are going to post the document at the date in 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 currency, and which for which company code you are posting, and for which period you are posting, which financial year you are posting, and after that, these are called header items. Coming to the line item, the posting keys will be there. which account should be debit and which account should be credit. So that's the reason, that's the thing, like posting key determines the debit and credit side of the transaction. Whatever the transaction you are doing, you will be giving some debits and credits, no, in order to fulfill the accounting entries. So that is called a posting key. It posting key is nothing but determines the debit and credit side of the transaction posting. So when you are going to do the transaction, whether it may be any transaction like GL, vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment, like that, you assert that you have to debit one line item and as well as credit the line item. This corresponding debit and credit should be equal. So there's a thing like the posting key defines that. So system has been like SAP has been predefined some posting keys where either you give the debit and credit and it will take it as a numbers background, while simulating and generating the accounting entry, you will be seeing the posting keys. For example, if you are going to post any transaction in GL, as I told you, GL is a SA type document type. So if you post like for suppose debited the rent and credited the bank, you have been paid the rent. So would debit the rent debit bank credit. So you give only debit and credits, but while generating that accounting entry by the system, it will take as a posting keys debit as 40 for GL account. 50 is the posting key for the credit line item. I will show you how it will be when going to post the transaction. So for this instance, you have to understand that posting key determines the debit and credit side of the transaction, and it is also control the fields which appears at the time of transaction posting. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
That's the thing. Rupa?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jigyasa?
Yes, sir.
Umar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the posting key determines the debit and credit side of the debit and credit side of the transaction. So it is like a different posting keys are there for the. If you go for the GL, the system will the already predefined posting keys given by the SAP. Debit is for 40 posting key and credit is 50 posting key. Like if you go for the any like a vendor invoice, and then posting keys will be changing for debit and credit. So we need not to put into our mind that these are already predefined. There is no need to create the new posting keys, and all whatever the posting keys has been predefined by the SAP is more than sufficient. Okay. Okay. Creation of new posting key is not required since whichever the standard posting keys has been given by the SAP is sufficient enough to cover all kinds of transaction even in the real time also. Okay. Note. So up to here, what we have done with the basic settings. Now what we are going to do is like we have move to the GL settings. What do you mean by GL settings? What is GL settings? GL means, as you people know, that general ledger accounting. So here what we will do is a define chart of accounts. So what we will do, what do you mean by chart of accounts first of all? Chart of accounts consisting of list of GL accounts which is generated, it is created at client level and it can be assigned to one or more company codes. What do you mean by, what do you understand by this chart of accounts and this line? The client level, it can be assigned to one or more company codes. Means what? What do you understand by this? Chart of accounts is nothing but a list of GL accounts. If you want to post any transaction, you want the GL accounts. No, it's like for suppose you are paying the rent. So rent one GL account you have to create, correct? And through bank you are paying. Amount is going through the bank. So two line items we need that. One is debit and credit. If you go for the GL, you have to create the two GL accounts. So if you create the GL account, all the GL account is list of GL account which will be having consisting of the chart of accounts. Chart of accounts is nothing but a list of GL accounts. So the chart of accounts we have to create. So we have to tell the system this is the chart of accounts. Under this chart of accounts, all the list of GL accounts should be there. So that is called a chart of accounts. So again, creation of the chart of accounts, we have to assign the chart of accounts to our company code. Why we have to create the chart of accounts means the chart of accounts is nothing but a list of GL account, and in chart of accounts you mention that I will tell you just this is the transaction code and this is the path. So if you go and see here the transaction code, you can go with the path also. I'm going with the transaction code OB13/N. OB13 is the T code. So if you see here, new entry and chart of accounts, we are putting one name. That name is like TM10 only I'm putting. Here I will give the description that chart of account did we create it or what? Did we create it yesterday? These are all the things.
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is
No,
showing the
sir.
TM10. TM10 it is showing. Did we create it yesterday?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Did not created. No. 1 minute. Like I'm using other server or what? 26. These are company code is TM10. Sure.
Yes, sir. Sure.
This is the one, no? Bangalore.
Yes.
This is the one, no? Or is R9? Okay, I'm
TTGR.
going in TTGRP6, no? This is not the one.
So we have TTGR.
No, sir. It is
P1.
only TTGR. It is a TTGR, not 6.
I'm doing in correct server only. This is not the one, no? This is the one.
No, sir. It is the TTGR. It is the
1 minute. This is
We are
the
doing
I remember. I remember this is the one only. /n. You can see the global parameter, then we can see. So position TM10 and just put enter and just select this line item and you have to go to the. This is the one, not Tata GRP. T3
Yes,
is or like yes. We are doing correct only.
Yes.
So yes. What will be that? What is the transaction code? OB13. We have done yesterday, I think so. OB13 not done.
No, sir.
Up to where we have done yesterday. Hello?
Sir, up to field status variant we have done, sir.
Okay. Chart of accounts is also showing here like a TM10 some. Okay, I will show you how to create the chart of accounts also. OB13 is the transaction code. Just see. So if you go and see here, our chart of accounts has been created. The thing is like if you go and check here, go to the details and you can create like this chart of accounts. For suppose this is the new entry, assume chart of accounts I have given TM10 and description chart of accounts for TM10 and I have selected the language English. If I want to create any GL account, it will comes under the chart of accounts. So I am creating the chart of accounts as TM10 and description chart of accounts for TM10 for the company code and maintain the language English. And I am telling the system that length of GL account number should be 4. When I am going to create any GL account, the length should be four digits like. So in order to do the transaction, we need the debit line item and credit line item, and whether it may be any expense or revenue or any like assets or liability, any expenses or incomes. So we have to create one GL account. For that GL account, if you are going to create a GL account, at the GL account, how many numbers we can take? Means like four digits. Like 4 digits means 1000, 2000, 3000, like 4 nines, 4 fours, and 3 fours, like that you can take it. No, so I'm telling the system this is the chart of accounts by created by us as TM10, and we are allowing the system to take the language in English and the length of the GL account number. If we are going to create any rent account, we have to give the number over there. That number should be a 4 digits. Means 4 digits means like number should be mentioned in the 4. Maximum we can give 10 digits over there, but I am for the ease and the convenience sake I am taking as a 4. You will be understanding while creating the account groups. At that time you can see this 4 how will be impacting over there. So this is the thing, this is the way to create the chart of accounts. It was created, and whatever the chart of accounts you are creating, you have to assign the chart of accounts to our company code. How to assign /n. OB62 is the transaction code. Just press enter and go to the position, and you have to give the company code TM10 or company code. Just press enter. If you see here, we have assigned this chart of account which was defined by us. We have given this TM10 chart of accounts. Here we are stating that for this company code, we are using these chart of accounts. Means for this company code, whenever you create any GL account, the system will allow you to create only four digits, like a four digits only. They will allow to create the GL account, and it will be maintained in the language English. That's the mean. So if you see here, I will tell you practically when I'm going to create the account group. What do you mean by account groups? Account groups control the fields which appear during the creation of GL master, and it also control the number range. Means, for suppose if you want to create one GL account as rent, system how it knows that which group it belongs to. Rent means what? Which group it will come? Hello?
Expense account, sir.
Ah, yes, expense account. Likewise, for bank account, which group it will come?
Bank account, sir.
Bank account, which group? See here, why we are doing this configuration to particular legal and to pose the day-to-day transaction by the users who are working in their organization, correct? Why they have to post the day-to-day transaction means like in order to generate the financial statements like profit and loss account, balance sheet, correct? So how the system knows that these are the expense account, these are the income account, these are the like, liabilities, these are the assets. So we have to define the groups. Under that group, if we create the GL account, if we create the GL account, the GL account belongs to particular asset or liability, expenses, income. We have to mention. Then only the system will understand it. If you post any transaction expenses, and it will go and sit into the expense group under the profit and loss account. Likewise, if you create any asset, means it will be go into the balance sheet, and it will be taken as group as a asset group into balance sheet. Correct? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
We are
Yes,
grouping.
sir.
We are grouping which group, which thing else. Like we know that profit and loss account having incomes and expenses, and a balance sheet is like assets and liabilities. When we are going to create anything else, for suppose expense account, rent is the expense. Any expenses you can take like rent, audit fee, or traveling fee. These are all the expenses that put into expenses thing in the profit and loss account. So we have to create the groups. Two groups for P&L account, two groups for balance sheet. Then only when you are going to GL account, whether it may be like expenses, whether it may be income, whether it may be asset, whether it may be liabilities. The system how it will be understand. So that's the reason we are grouping, grouping like profit and loss accounts and balance sheet items. So that is meant by grouping. OBD4 is the transaction code, and you have to go with the /n. OB D4 is the transaction code, and you can go with the new entries. And chart of accounts which was created by us is like TM10. You have to give the TM10 over here, and you have to go and you have to give here which group. First of all, I want to go for the asset. This is the short text. It won't permit to take other characters. It will take few characters only. You can give the long text over there. Complete. You can give assets. So you can give the number which was like this chart of accounts consisting of list of GL accounts, and you have to define that how many assets you want to create. So client will give that how many assets they are having, how many number of assets we have to create. So the number will be given here. So if you see here, I have given four digits over there. Means like you have to use four only. So I am starting with 1,000. I am telling that 1,000. Thing like okay. Yes. As like I have done with the yesterday, some problem has came with the, some other company code. Just I use this company code. That's the reason you are getting these all those things. Okay. Are you getting? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
Yesterday one class we got some issue with the company code. That I have tested with this company code and I have created few things. That's the thing. It will be appearing over here. Just understand like this. I will let you know. So here We are segregating the groups, assets and liabilities in the balance sheet, expenses and incomes in the balance, profit and loss account. How the system will know that all those things? You have to give, no? You have to give. Either it may be like I have created, I think so. Just please come back again. Yes. Yes, what is PM 10? Yes, I have been created. Just please look it here. So I enter the new entries and I want to just I want to the new entries. I have given our chart of accounts and assets 1000 to 1,999 I have mentioned here, but this many of assets you can create. If you create any GL account, for suppose bank is asset account. If you give the bank, you create the GL account bank, it should be under the 1000 to 1,999. So 1000 assets we can create as in asset group. Likewise, TM10 expenses has given 3000 to 3,999 means like TM10 incomes 4000 to 4,999 and liabilities 2000 to 2,999. If you see here, why I have given the number ranges from 2 means these many of assets we can create in the asset group. Okay, if you want to create any GL account, you can create under the asset group the GL account. 1000 GL accounts can be created on the asset group. So 1 series for asset, 2 series for liabilities, 3 series for expenses, 4 series for income. So I have given like that for our ease convenience to understand. So 1000 to 1,999 means how many character, how many things are there? 4. Length is 4, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In chart of accounts creation, I have given the 4, no length. So we have to follow that. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's the thing.
Okay.
So I have tested one thing in this company code. That's the thing I only created yesterday. So if you want to create, you have to go with the new entries and you have to do the chart of accounts over here. For suppose I am telling, I don't want to save like our chart of accounts is XXX. You have to give group here. For suppose you have to create like this asset and you have to give 1000. I'm not telling to give the 1000, but the whenever you go when you are going to create the chart of accounts 4 length is given, no, that it should be followed by 4 length only. So for our ease convenience, I am following the series 1 series for asset, 2 series for liabilities, 3 series for expenses, 4 series for incomes. Like that I am taking. Okay. So if you see here, you have to give the asset over here, long text. So here I am giving the 1000 to 1,999. Likewise, again I will go for this triple X. I'm telling like this is the way to create. Okay. Already I have created with the company code. No, just I am telling you how to create. So liabilities, and you have to give the full name, and you have to go with the 2000. Why? Because four digits like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can do the 2,999, and you can go with the XXX. This is the chart of accounts we have created for suppose. And liabilities after that what expenses? This is the P&L account. In expenses we are creating. Expense starts from 3000. 3 series and taken 3 to 3,999. Means what does it means? Means it does means like we can create the GL accounts 1000 to 1,999 means 1000 you start number 1,999 means 1000 GL accounts can be created on the asset group. Likewise, if you are going to create a liabilities, you have to use this number that you are going to create the GL for suppose under the liabilities. For suppose share capital comes under liability, no? If you want to create one GL account share capital, this comes under liabilities. Whatever the liabilities account GL accounts you are going to create, that should be created to 2000 to 2,999 means one again 1000 GLs can be created for the liabilities. We are given the buffer. So when you are going to create any liability GL account, when you are going to create any GL account under the liability account group, it belongs to balance sheet item. So you have to start with this number 2000 to 2,999. And if you are going to create any GL account under the expenses group, it comes under the profit and loss account 3000 to 3,999. Again, I am giving 3000 to 1000 I have given. You have to start with the GL account 3000, 3001, 3002, 3003, likewise 3,999 up to you can create that many GL accounts under the expenses group. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure? Sure?
Yeah, sure.
Incomes 4,000,
Yes, sir.
4,999.
Yes, sir.
Likewise, I have given, let's say, Just again in place of chart of accounts, TM10, 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 all are same. Just I saved it like that. You have to save. Okay. You have to save. So we have created. So what I have to come, I have to do is I have to come back. Okay. How to come back. Now, the next what we have to create, we have to create the retained earnings. What do you mean by retained earnings? What do you mean by retained earnings?
The net profit will be transferred to return earnings.
Anupam, do you know about the retained earnings?
Retained earning is net income of the corporation.
Jigyasa? Jigyasa? Rupa, do you want to tell something? I'm not able to hear. So retained earnings is what?
It's a leftover net profit dividends,
Okay, okay.
right?
Yes. You mean to say that the carry forward balances from profit and loss account to next year, no? Yes. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
thing. That's the thing. Simply we can tell retained earning account is created and used to carry forward balances from one fiscal year to next fiscal year. So we have to give the provision. Right now we are not creating any GL account, just we have to give the provision for this retained earnings. If anything as the year ending, it will be put into that account. Whatever the carry forward balances are there, it will be closing for this year and it will be open for the next year. So OB53 is the transaction code. /n OB53 is the transaction code. Just press enter. What of accounts is TM10. And if you see here, just put a tick mark over here and you can see here, I have created this. So you just put it X over here. And I want to create for you then and just put it Y over here and just press enter. And it will show that enter account. We have not been created any GL account for a while. Just we are giving the provisional that when we are going to create any GL account, you will be placing over here. And whatever the carry forward balances are there through this profit and loss statement X or Y, you can go and you can carry forward. For the instance, like we are giving as a provisional, just ignore this warning message and press enter. And you have to save it. That's simply like you do the X and press enter, ignore this warning message, and you have taken the provisional as X only. We have not created any GL account. Whenever the situation comes at the year end, if you create the GL account, you have to link the GL account over here. That's it. If you see here, this is the transaction BIL balance carried forward. So this is the only simple step. You have to do the X and you have to ignore the warning message and you have to save it. That's it. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yes. We have completed the GL settings. Now what we are going to do is like we have to go with the other topic like if you see here document posting. You have to go with the document posting. How to post the document. Till now what we have done with the enterprise structure. We have set up the enterprise structure configuration into SAP with respect to our functional thing like module FI. We have set up the enterprise structure and after that we have done with the basic settings. In basic settings, we have seen the global parameters. Global parameters consisting of posting period variant, fiscal year variant, field status variant, and chart of accounts. These four consisting of the global parameters. And in addition to this, we have done with the this thing. What we have done? Tolerance group for employees, tolerance group for GL, and we have seen the posting you have seen the document type and what we have seen that posting keys also, correct? So after that we have created one chart of accounts and after that what we have done, we have created the groups, account groups. And after that, we have created and here given the provision to for this like retained earnings. This was done till now. Now we are going to create the GL document. Document posting means we have to create the masters of the GL. How to create the GL and all those things we will see here. Okay. You have to create the GL. It is not the key. We have to create GL settings. We have to create the GLs. Master data, like we can call as a GL master data. So if you see here, GL master data we have to create. Okay. GL master data is nothing but creation of GL accounts. How to create the GL accounts. So we make ready that all the details in configuration into the system set by set. Now we are going to create the GL account and we should have the good clarity which type of GL account we are creating and what under which group it is coming, like under assets, liability, expenses, and incomes. We have to differentiate, and after that we have to know that if the expenses means it comes under profit and loss account, if incomes means like it comes under profit and loss account, and if it is asset means it comes under the balance sheet item, its liabilities means it comes under balance sheet item. Whatever we have configured, all those things will appear right now in the creation of GL account. How to create the GL account means like one transaction code is there /n fs00 /n fs00. This is the transaction code. Okay. Again, I will tell you. So for suppose accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, and master records, GL account. If you see here, individually means like FS00 is the transaction code. Are you getting? FS00 is the transaction code to create the GL account. So FSP0 is the chart of accounts level, FSS0 is in company code level. Both together as centrally is called FS00. I have gone with the FS00, and if you go with this thing, the screen will appear. So yesterday I have created two GL accounts for our testing for some other class in our this thing. I just want to understand and I want to create a new GL account for you. There is no any confusion. So this is the binocular symbol is there now. This is the find button and this is the create button. And this create means if you want to create a new GL account, you have to click over here, this page like button. If you want to display the GL account, whatever the GL accounts you want to see and display over here, this vertical symbol, if you click here, it will display the GL accounts. And if you want to edit or change the GL account which was created by you, the pencil like symbol is there. No, you have to left click over there and you can edit. One thing you have to keep it in mind that when you are if you create one GL account, if you post the GL account in the transaction, means there is no way to edit. Okay, they will be limited scope of edit like text fields only. There is no scope to edit other fields. So if you see here copy, if you are creating for suppose one bank account and if you want to create other bank account means like just copy this bank account and you have to change the GL account number. I will let you know how to do all those things. For an instance, I'm telling you these are the buttons. What is the use of these buttons? So copy as means instead of doing the filling the all the fields, if the same GL is applicable to the other GL account by changing the name, just you can copy and you can put it your next number and you have to give the description that the name of the account. So then we can use the copy as button. If you see here block, if you want to block the particular GL account, you can block the GL account. If you want to delete the GL account, set for deletion, just we can set for deletion means like it is set for the deletion. And if you want to change the company code, for suppose in server system some other thing is been shown that instead of TM10 it is like a TM20 is there. Then you want to go, then you have to go with the change company code and you have to give your company code. Then whatever the GL accounts you have created by you under your company code will be available over here. This is the refresh screen update. If you update means all the GL will update and you will be shown over here. If you are opening in your server, this is not showing means for suppose only it is showing, it is not showing left hand side panel, it's not showing means what you have to go is like go to the setting hierarchy display and you will be having do not display navigation tree. That's the reason you can't see this navigation tree. If I put a tick mark and I put a tick mark and if I go for FS00, just press enter, it won't show. Left side panel, it won't show. Why? Because if you are going to create any GL account, how will we understand that under the particular asset how many GL have been created by you? So the panel should be open, the tree should be open left side, so that in a panel left hand side tree you will be having the groups. Under that group how many accounts has been created. If you want to go with the create with the other like any group, you can go and see the following number over there. For that, what we have to do is like if you want to see that left hand side panel tree, just what we have to do is like you have to go with the settings, hierarchy display and display account. Just put a tick mark, and the new settings will take effect once the transaction is restarted. Just put a tick mark, and again you have to go with the FS00 and just press enter, and you will be seeing this thing. So what is this use? Means like for suppose you are creating one GL account that comes under asset. Again, you are creating the liability account. It comes under number assets. So if you want to see the following number, what the number you have to create the next number means like it's very easy to see by this drop down. You will be seeing here and you can create over there by create button. Now what we are going to do is like I want to create one new GL account. Just go with this. Assume that we are not having anything else. Okay, now I am creating the GL account. The GL account starts from only 1 minute. I want to open the account group /n OBD4 is the transaction code. And if you see here, go to the position and chart of accounts is like TM10, and you can put a tick mark over here, and you can see here TM10, how many accounts are there like groups? 4 groups are there. Asset group starting from 1000 to 1,000. If you want to create any GL account under the asset group, it should start from 1000 and 1,999. 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003 like that. You can create up to 1,999. If you want to create any expense 3000, 3001, 3002 up to 3,999. Likewise, you can go with this items. So if you see here, now what we are going to create is like I want to create one GL account. Already I have created one bank account, 2 banks accounts over there. Again, I want to create one more bank account. So 1000 has been consumed, 1001 has been consumed as Citibank. Now I want to create one more bank. So just create. If you create here, if it is available, this panel means you can understand next to what's the number we have to create. So I'm creating as 1002. For which company code, you make sure that for our company code is should be there TM10. Put a tick mark over here, and what you are going to do is like just assume that this is the first thing we are creating. This 1002 company code TM10, that is Tata Motors. Type and description, which type of description we have to give over here. If you see here GL account type, which GL account type, system has been predefinedly given as which type you want to create this GL account: cash account, non-operating expenses, primary cost or revenue, secondary cost, and balance sheet. So we will use mostly profit and loss account and balance sheet items. So primary cost or revenue is nothing but a profit and loss account, and balance sheet is nothing but like you know about this. All the assets and the liabilities will be taken as a balance sheet. Primary cost or revenue means expenses and revenues. So non-operating means we won't use this non-operating expenses. It will be used by the CO people, and secondary cost is like used by the also any cost accounting is there. We will go for the cost accounting at that time. Any secondary cost income means that time we will use. So you have to focus on primary cost or revenue or balance sheet only. All the expenses and revenue comes under primary cost or revenue. All the assets and liabilities comes under the balance sheet. Now we are going to create the balance sheet item and account group. Which account group? If you see here, we have created the account groups here. These 4 groups we have created, 5 groups. The 5 groups will appear over here. System is asking under which group you are taking. You are telling that this 1002 we have put one name as like taken as GL account creation, and you came to know that it comes under a balance sheet. And if you here the groups has been displayed when we have created the groups, no, that groups has been displayed. You know, in this group you have to opt one group. If you wrongly aligned, for suppose if you wrongly aligned, this is not liability, this is like expenses. You taken this liabilities 1 2 3 4 assets, liabilities, okay, income, expenses, okay, right. So if you see here, if you opt like expenses, system will throws the error that account group expenses only defined for account for 3000 to 3999. How it came? As you have mentioned over here, expenses is 3000 to 3999, but you have given this balance sheet item and you are giving the expenses. System won't accept. In balance sheet, either you have to create an asset or liabilities. Now I want to create a GL account for bank account. Bank account comes under balance sheet, and which group it will come? Assets. So you have to give here ICICI Bank. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is most common, like whenever you go for tally also, you have to create the groups, ledgers and all the same, like you have to, wherever the accounting is there, how the system knows that what you want to debit and credit. You have to make a set of groups, set of GL accounts, and we are making ready to post the transaction. When we got the any invoice means what is debiting, what is crediting, we should have clarity. Before having the clarity, how many of GL accounts we have to create and which groups, and profit and loss account, balance sheets, most common in accounting standards. Okay. I think you hope you understood. Everybody, I'm going with a little bit of speed, little bit. If you want me to reduce and go with the slow, I can go. But the thing is, like, all are from the accounts background. No, that's the thing. I'm taking small advantage. That's it. Are you okay, Jigjasa?
Yes, sir.
Don't feel discomfort. If anything is there, just let me know. I am the person to take care of the subject regarding subject matter clarification. Okay. If anybody asks me, it's like you just ask me, like if you need any questions like regarding the subject, what I am teaching in that only. So it will be useful for you, no? So don't feel discomfort that if anything else, you can straight away you can counter question. Okay. For your
Yes,
sake only, I'm telling, no, just I'm seeing so many, like, not so many, like, I've seen the, like, so many training batches and all. So I came to know how much you are understanding and all those things. But the thing is, like, I can ask, but if you are not asking, means like you are losing yourself only. That's the thing. So if anything is there, please let me know. I can give the best. How would I know that how much you are understanding? I can expect something from you, but the thing is, if you give 100% of this thing means I can give 110 of that. That's it. Okay. Are you getting? Okay. So the
yes, sir.
creation of GL account is nothing
Yes.
but you have to go with the FSW, the transaction code, or you can go with the this thing path also. This is like doing the master data management team will be the MDM team will be doing all those things. The consultant won't do this GL accounts. First starting when he was going to configure and customizing the FI financial accounting into the system, at the time he will create and he will educate it. So many GL account daily they have to create their own. So in the accounting departments, one person will be there. That one or like few people will be there to looking after this master data creation of GL account. They will create. So now we are going to create we have been creating the GL account for the balance sheet item, that is like we asset group, and we are creating the bank account. So this is the one. So go to the control data. In control data, if you see here, account currencies INR, it is came from when we are going to set up the legal entity as a company code. There we are given the currency INR, in country IN, and English there we are given. From that it was taken to particular company code, INR has been taken. So we have to put a tick mark over here. Balances in local currency, we have to put a tick. You want to see when either it may be expense or income, anything else, you have to see the balance sheet item means it should be seen in the our local currency only. No, that's the reason we are putting a tick mark over here. So this is the sort key. Sort key is nothing but like already SAP has been given the predefined one. I want to use 001. Why I am using this 001 is like nothing but a posting date should appear. If you see here, posting date will appear. While generating the reports, you will be seeing the posting date when for this particular GL account, when it was posted, the date will appear over there. I will show you practically this thing also. Just write it on piece of paper. So sort key, you have to opt the 001 and create bank interest. The field status group has been came. How it came? We have created the field status variant. No, do you remember? The field status variant consisting of field status group, we have copied from 0001 and we have given that, and we have seen the G01, G02 and all those 45 dependent entries has been copied to our field status variant, correct? Do you remember? Hello?
Yes, sir.
If you see here, just click here. These are the field status variant TM10, G001, TM10, G02. Just go with the next last yesterday's class. You can see all those things. We have created the field status variant copying the 0001, and we have seen before that 0001 how many field status groups are there, 45, and it is dependent entries, and we have copied as and we have put one field status variant as TM10, and we have copied and we have done with this thing. No? All the field status groups has been came to our company code. So you can see here, that's the link. If you can see, and you can opt the G01, G02 like one. So we have to create one G001. Why we have created the field status variants? So if you go and click here double G001, the general data, I told you, no, whether text is required or optional, you can put it over the fields control during the posting of transaction. I told you, no. Are you getting? For this
Yes,
particular
sir.
GL account, 1002, we are creating as a bank GL account. That is ICICI Bank. The ICICI Bank, under we have taken asset group. Asset groups comes under which type, means it's a balance sheet item. System, we are telling all those things, and system is asking that which field status group do you want to use. I want to use G001, means whatever the fields for G001, while posting this transaction to particular GL account, if you use to post the GL account 100 bank account, at that time the fields appears over there and controlled by the G001. If you go with the G001, put as required field text over there for this particular GL account, the field is to be required, you have to enter over there. Are you getting?
can you repeat, sir?
What I'm saying is, like, we are creating one GL account. The GL account we have put 1002 for a company
Yes,
code
sir.
TM10 we have created,
10.
and 10 for TM10. Type and description we have given that this GL account belongs to which type of GL account? Balance sheet I have
Balance
given.
sheet
Under
account.
the balance sheet, you are taking which group? Asset.
Asset group.
And
Yes,
you
sir.
have to how we know that the by seeing 1002 is a bank account. Of course, which bank we have to tell? No, we have to give the
Yes,
text
sir.
like ICICI Bank. This 1002 belongs to ICICI Bank.
Yes, sir.
Under the balance sheet item, asset group. Understood?
Yes, sir.
And control tab, control data. It comes under the it's INR local currency, and we are telling that system that balances in local currency. If you want to see any balances for this particular GL account, I want to. I'm telling the system to show the balances in local currency in INR. We have to see, correct?
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Because our company code was set up in country India, and in India we are using
Code
the
is
INR.
INR. Yes, sir.
Yes. Are you getting, no? And
Yes,
this
sir.
is the step. And if you go for the sort key, nothing but we are giving the sort key. They are predefined by the SAP. So many sort keys are there. For this instance, I'm using as a posting date. Why I'm using this posting date is like if you post a GL account for this particular thing, for a GL account like a bank account, that sort key means like while posting this GL account, it will show the posting date when when we have done the posting for this particular GL account, the date will appear at the reporting time. I will show you practically this thing. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Create and bank interest means like if you see here, yesterday we have created the field status variants.
Yes, sir.
I want to show slash n OBC4. We have created the field status variant. Correct. OBC4. Yes. In OBC4, what we have done? 000 we have seen first. These are the field status group. G01, G02, G02, likewise 45 entries, 45 things has been predefined by the SAP for field status variant 0001. So what we have done yesterday, we copy this and we put our own field status variants for TM10, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now you just click over here TM10 and it will be showing for TM10 also G01 45 entries has been copied. That entry should came here by creating the GL account. The field status group which was assigned to a company called TM10 has been shown over here. If you see here TM10 G01 G02. Why it is came means for this particular GL account, when you are going to create this GL account 1002 as a ICICI bank, system is asking that which field you want to take it as a group. I am taking as a G01. Why I have taken the G01 is a general. If I go with the G01 in general data, In general data, these are the data is available while posting the transaction. For this particular GL account, if you post the transaction, these are the fields which appears over there. Whether you want to put a required entry over here text field, at the time of posting the transaction over there for the particular bank account, you have to give the particular mandate field or required to the text field. That's the control. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can understand. I will show you practical this also. Okay, don't worry. I am telling that
Yes.
for this particular GL, I am giving this G001. Whatever the G01 having all the fields, that fields will be applicable while posting the transaction of particular bank account. Next secondary is like if you want to put as required, if you want to put optional, if you want to suppress, the fields will control the posting of transaction for this particular bank account. Understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
You have to save it. You have created one bank account. And likewise, I have created the liability, share capital also. How to create the share capital means like you can see here, I will show you. I have given the 2000 as a GL account and company code is TM10, the Tata Motors, and the type and description I have given the liability. I came to know that I want to create one share capital account. Share capital accounts comes under the liabilities. In account group, what's the number we have mentioned that 2000 to 2999. So we have to take from 2000. It's not compulsion to take 2000. In sequence, I am taking. You can take 2010 also. Okay. If you give 3000 and if you opt here liabilities, means system won't allow you. Why? Because in account group you have assigned the 2000 to 2999. Within that range you have to mention over here. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So GL account type is balance sheet and account group is liabilities and short text I have written. How does the we know that 2000 is for an instance we can understand, but we have to give one name for 2000. No, the share capital account I have given. So control data. Just if you go for the control data, I put the balances in local currency and I went for the sort key 001. This for account also I want to see the posting date for GL account. When I'm going to post this GL account, the posting date will appear during the reporting. So that's the thing I have given 001. Create bank interest. This is also G001 I have given. P status group and I have saved it. Okay, that's the thing we have created. I want to create one expense account. Create expense account starts from which number? 3000, correct? 3000 to 3000. This many expenses GL account you can create under this group, correct? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So 3000 you have to 3000. 3000 for which company code you are creating? TM10. Just put a
TM10.
tick mark over here and go to type and description and GL account type. Which GL account type? Primary cost or revenue is nothing but a profit and loss account. So
P&L
you have to opt this P and account group. Which account group it is? If you
expense.
opt income, the system will throw the error that income from 4000 to 4999. If you opt any asset, it won't take. Why? Because you have asset number where there. So you have to give the correct one expense. Then system will take. Which expense like I want to give the audit fee. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So just copy this and you can paste it. What is the difference between short text? Means there is permitted characters will be allowed like 13 to 20 characters and little bit of more characters will be allowed for the long text. So ICICI Bank you remove it and you can give the audit fee expenses account you can give. So control data. In control data for profit and loss account, you don't put like balance sheet balances in local currency. This is the only for balance sheet item you have to put a tick mark for that. So you come down and you have to give for this particular GL account. You want to see the posting date at the reporting 001 has been given and create bank interest and commonly use G001 as the situation and anything as scenario we can change it. G001 mostly we will use it. So I want to save it. Make an entry in field P&L account type and the data contains error you cannot save. Why? Because what do you mean with this? Make an entry in field account type. What is this? Primary cost and revenue. We are correct, givenly correct, no? This happening. It's correct only. Why it is coming like that? Make an entry in field P&L statement account type. What does it mean? List does not contain any data. Make an entry in field P&L statement account type. You have given no. Oh yes. It's coming like as we created as correct X and Y is there. No, if somebody has put this option over detailed control for P&L account statement accounts, it is coming. Okay, just save it. It should not come, but it control came from some other people has like added this field. So how to change this field means we have to go and we have to search. 1 minute. It's this thing expenses we have doing. And I want to go over this thing. Document entry, control in this control. Somebody's put anything else we can do. Till now we have not received this thing. Somebody has like done the mandate. It should not come like X and Y. It is like this thing, like retained earnings. It's asking from which balance sheet, which P&L account do you want to take? It is asking. So 1 minute, 1 minute. Somebody put a mandate over there in expenses. So, I will check and I'll come. Okay, for an instance, you can give it the X only. So I will check it. It's not a big deal. This is a server system, or somebody will do some kind of detailed control. It should not be like P&L account. It's asking you have to. So it should come from here only. I want to create this. At expenses. Control is there only. Zero. 1 minute. Okay, I will see for an instance that this is the way to create the GL account of expenses we have created, and Monday onwards what we are going to do is like this is the way to create the GL account. It should not come like detailed control of P&L account. It was something has been done by some other people like mandate field. I have to search and I have to like put optional or anything else like we'll see. So this is the way to create this thing. Go to the control data, and after that we have given and create bank interest. You have given D01. It has been created. If you want to create other GL account on expenses, you have to take as a following number 3001. You can do the traveling expenses like that. So how many expenses are there? That many expenses you can create 3 in sequence way. We have given the expense to create the GL account under the expenses 3000 to 3,000. 1000 GL accounts you can create in the expense group. Likewise, assets also starting from 1 and liability starting from 2 and income starting from 4 and others is starting from 5. So you have to see and it should match here. Why? Because if you give the number correct number, if you give here and if you opt other number means this is, or if you opt other group means system won't match this scenario and it will show the error. This is the way to create the GL account. Correct? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody? Sure? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sure? Sure?
Yes, sir.
Umar? Umar, are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Rupa, I think Rupa also is getting. Okay.
Yes, sir. I reached, sir. Yeah, I have.
Okay. Yes. So that's all for today. On Monday, we'll how to post the transactions. We will see like journal entries and how to reverse and how to park the document, how to hold the document. On Monday, we are going to see all the type of transaction posting of regarding GL. Now we came to GL. GL settings, GL master data we have created today, and Monday onwards, the end user transaction, we are going to close the transaction and we retrieve the reports, how to generate the reports and how many ways to see the reports and all those things I will let you know on Monday. Okay. That's all for today. And if you have any questions, you can ask. No questions means we can wind up the session.
Sir, yesterday's class is posted instead of 21st, you have posted 20th, sir. If you could share yesterday's class video and today's, it would be helpful for
Sure,
practicing.
sure. Yes. Just now I will tell you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just now. Yesterday, yesterday's class. Okay. Just wait. Right now I will post it. $10 a.m. instead of 21st. This is the one I have to send, no? Yesterday? Yes, this is the one. Correct? If you see this date, 21/5/2025, this is the one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Apply, copy. Just I want to post in WhatsApp for you. 10 a.m. and you can see here. Control V. Okay. Okay, Rupa.
Yes, sir. And today's,
Okay.
you please share it. Yeah.
Today's also I said after stop the recording. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's all
Yes,
for
sir.
today. We'll meet
Thank
you
you,
tomorrow.
sir.
Bye.